We'll get a bunch of us together and go further up the river than we've ever been before.
Homer, do you even know where we're going?
There's a clearing up ahead.
Let's do this again, back here in the same place.
The same people.
Occupying forces have now taken...
It was the film that came across my desk when I was just ready to make that transition from writing to directing, and it's the kind of film that I love going to see, so it's the kind of film I love to make. And I loved the books. I thought they were fantastic, and it's so rare to have an opportunity to direct a film like this in Australia. It's so rare to make this kind of a film in Australia that you just got to jump on it when it's offered to you.
Not only is it every actor's dream to land a role like this, it's just every boy's dream to go to work today and see stuff blow up and get on motorbikes and shoot guns. So it was just a lot of fun. We were all stoked to be on a big budget film with everything happening around us, and it was sort of like be mates now, and it just evolved naturally, and we were all very, very close.
There's a bloody snake in my sleeping bag.
You sure, mate? Can't see any.
Oh! Don't lift it too high!
I did not know about the books before I got this. I read all 7 of them in the space of about a week and just fell madly in love with them, as everyone else has. And I just became very protective of it, you know? I just felt that anyone else was going to ruin it, so I said that I would adapt it only if I could direct it.
I was just about to do that myself.
I only read it since stopping shooting. Once I got the role, I decided not to read the book. I didn't want to be stuck between the book or the script, do you know what I mean? So I wanted to stick to the script and not get confused by reading the book. I thought it was silly and it could wait. There was no pressure to read the book or anything like that.
John let us kind of make the movie, you know. I think John's a smart guy and he understands that film is an inherently different medium to writing novels.
He said we had changed a couple of characters and he felt proud that we felt the right to do that, but that's all Stuart's doing, it's not my doing.
He was the one I was most worried about, you know. I really wanted to make sure that he was happy, because I mean, he's the reason we're all here, so yeah, that was a big relief when he called up and said, good job, so. Casting was a very careful process, and we spent, many weeks and looked at probably 1,000 different actors all over Australia, in the UK, New Zealand, even Los Angeles. We looked at everyone and searched until we found the people that are in the movie. And I believe, and all of them, I think they're all just the perfect actors for those roles, and I was very, very proud of the work they did.
When you're doing something with the director and the writer, you're afraid to change his words, but he was like, go for it, change it if you want, just make it your own and we'll sort it out later, and yeah, really easy to work with.
Were you ever tempted to sort of tone down the level of violence when you were putting it on the screen?
It's a war, so there's going to be a certain level of violence. Otherwise, it's just cartoons, and there's no jeopardy, there's no stakes. The whole point of seeing someone get killed is to kind of say, this is a movie where people can get killed, and I think that just makes everything else more interesting.
How many planes do we have?
One less now.
How difficult for you was it that you chose an Asian stereotype to be the invader?
The key to it was just not naming any country or countries and having it become this whole political mess, because the film's not about who's invading and why. It's about the fact that these 8 characters have had their world thrown upside down, and how they react to it. And it felt organic to the story that we didn't need to get into that, because it's 8 teenagers in the bush. What do they know? They just know someone shooting at me, run, hide, survive.
Do you think also the development of the character of Ellie as a role model and a female action star will give a positive message to younger female Australians?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, she's a wonderfully inspiring character. She was in the book, and hopefully she's in the film too. she's a leader, you know, she's a doer, she's an organizer. Yeah, she's you know, she's a great role model for younger kids. So yeah, I hope they look up to her.
In the end, I think we just have to trust our instincts. After all, it's all we have left, isn't it?
What do your instincts tell you?
That it's time to go to war.
Over the years, I've had a lot of people say congratulations on this film or that, you know, but this is the first film where I've had so many people say thank you. And it's a completely different thing, but it's thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, you know, for not screwing it up, or, you know, for just you know, the book is so treasured by so many people, and they're just so grateful that they liked the movie of it.
I've been secretly checking blogs and Facebook pages, and not a nasty word has been said. So yeah, they're loving it.
You're not shy to check up on the social networking pages?
Nah, I'll give it a look, I think. I think the worst thing I've read was a photo of me and someone said he has a fat face. And that, I thought, if that's as bad as it gets, that's fine.
I mean, we had so much fun making this film. We'd love to make more. There's obviously 6 more books from which to draw material from, so there's a wealth of material there. I think if we were lucky enough to do 3, I'd stop definitely on 3 and let everyone kind of move on. You know, one of the great things about the book is it's, while being distinctly Australian, it is universal in its themes and its characters. I mean, it's about 8 teenagers that want to get away from their parents. There's no teenager in the world that doesn't understand that. So, yeah, I do hope it travels. You know, it's a fun commercial movie, and yeah, I do hope people get to see it around the world. You know, because I love the idea of sharing Australian culture and Australianness. You know, and kind of, this is our life, and hey, it's not too dissimilar to your life. You know.
If anything happens, run.
For us, this war begins tomorrow.